Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cosmic Mystic. So here is a end of the year wind down reading. We're just going to see what little loose ends we need to tie up, things we need to conclude, things we may need to set intentions for the new year. But mostly like let's wrap these things up. Let's wrap this energy up in a nice little bow. Okay, so if you would like a reading, head on over to thecosmichaven.com and book. Their link will be down below, and I look forward to seeing you. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. So we have got watching in reverse. So this is really about not focusing so much on the outside world, outside perceptions, and realizing that a lot of that stuff is a lot of it is fake or not even in alignment with your greatest good. So really being careful about what you're watching on social media, what you're watching in community groups, people you see on an everyday basis. Things aren't always what they seem. This is especially about people trying to push their opinions upon you. Keep a narrow focus, okay? Because people are on their own journeys. This is your own journey, all right? I always say this is a very general reading. Take what resonates with you and discard what doesn't. Same thing with people, okay? So really taking what resonates with you and discarding what doesn't. A lot of you, it seems like, are taking all of it in like a sponge, soaking it up like a sponge, everything, and not using discernment. Start using discernment, start returning energy to sender with awareness, because that stuff is yours. And it's not that it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just, it, if the shoe doesn't fit, like, it's going to cripple you. Okay. Like literally, I'm just envisioning a shoe that is not your size, that's too small for you, too tight for you, whatever, and you're trying to walk in it, but it's not yours. So you got to walk in as your authentic self, walk in something that fits you perfectly. And the challenge is, okay, so the challenge is really about joy. There is this belief that listening and connecting and having this tribal like community, this this tribe mindset, and that's really root chakra stuff. So that's the tribal mindset. This group think, having to be in the group, having to fit in the group is what's going to bring you joy, but really it's stifling you. So groups are necessary. We have to interact, we have to form groups, but you have to go into a group as an individual and remain an individual and realize and honor your own life path. Okay, so really embracing what you learn from being connected with others, but then following the road that suits you best. All right, that's really important. And this is really about a wound. So for some of you, this is stuff that might need to be done in therapy. Okay, because it feels like really really deep into that root chakra. Like I feel like I it feels like I'm being weighed down, okay, by the root chakra area right now, just imagining it. So it feels like a lot of root chakra stuff. So being cast out, fear of being abandoned, being left to fend for yourself, not getting provided enough nourishment. So really use your resources this end of the year. Not only like using a mix of what resonates with you. Like I like personally to use a mix of therapy and energy work, but that's just me. You go on your own path and see what works for you, but really clearing that wound chakra out. For some of you, obsidian might work as well. All right. So I always suggest be careful with obsidian because it can be like a little bit explosive. But in this case, some people might need that little explosiveness. Okay. Let's go more into that. Yeah. So it's really holding on. Ooh, this feels like holding on to past pain because it's like a part of you has become so identified with it. It's like, who would I be without this pain? Who would I be without this hardship? Like this is what happened to me, therefore it is me. And that's not true. That's what you experienced, and it might have had an impact on you, and it obviously had an impact on you. However, that is not all who you are. So, really being able to let go, see what lessons you learned from the experience, and emotionally processing it. I mean, obviously, take your time, but realize that wallowing in pain, wallowing in misery is going to hurt you in the long run. Wallowing in that, identifying with the pain. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've seen a lot of elderly people who still hold on to like pain from the 70s, like, or like 70 years ago, like, oh, so and so did this to me in high school. It's like, you're 90 years old. Why are you talking about high school? Like, we ain't friends because she did this to me in high school. Okay, we need to, at that point, it might be a little too late, but who knows? Who knows? There's always hope. But like, we have those people in our lives reflecting back to us, like, the consequences of holding on to pain for so long. And so, yeah, like, so, for some of you, it is really traumatic, not dramatic, traumatic. For some of you, it's just dramatic, okay? But those of you who it's traumatic for, really being able to work through that and process that carefully, taking time alone, especially if, for some of you, if these people might be around you during the holidays, like, don't be afraid to move elsewhere for the holidays, or be alone for the holidays, or, you know, distance yourself, okay? Be around people who really love and cherish and support you and who have been there for you since day one, not these people, okay? Purpose, okay. So, really, the more you connect with your inner self, this feels like solar plexus empowerment. The more you connect with your sense of individuality, your sense of how you want to truly feel, and are these people around you allowing you to feel this way, the more you the more you look into that, the more you're going to be driven to find people who are going to be there for you, find people who are going to support you. And it feels like there's quite a few people who are there for you, okay? However, you're not giving them gratitude. You're not filling their cup. You're so focused on this past pain and clinging on to these people who did not have your best interests at heart, that you're not seeing the people who are really there for you. So take time to truly see the people who are there for you. All right. All right. And so these people who are really there for you, they're reflecting back to you what you want in your reality, okay? How you want to come into a room, how you want to feel when you enter a room full of friends, how you want to feel in a workspace, with money, with relationships in general, how you want to feel in life. And it's not, and of course, life is always ups and downs, but having that steady stream of contentment, being able to cultivate a sense of being at peace with the moment where it's at, is really important to you. And it's really time to cultivate that. And by healing a lot of these wounds, there is this more acceptance, this deeper acceptance for life's ups and downs, and just being able to surrender to the highs and lows and be at peace with where you are, and know that it's like, that's, and some of this stuff, it's like, these hardships opened you up to be more loving to those who are going through hard times. They opened you up to being more compassionate and understanding to those who may have hurt you and those who may be hurting others. It just really opens up your heart. And not that you do not set boundaries, because you do, but you also have this sense of forgiveness and being at peace with, yeah, it's okay for me to set boundaries. And it's also okay for me to let this go. All right. We have patience, so really giving yourself time. Like I said, this might not be a one day process. This might not be an end of the year process, okay? So, like, be patient with yourself, take time. And like I said, if some of you need therapy, like, it's okay. If some of you need to rage out, it's okay. Like, feel your feelings, process them in a way that works for you and that does not hurt other people, but allow yourself to feel those things, okay? Allow yourself to feel the things you need to feel, because bringing all that stuff into the new year is not it. Okay, bringing all that stuff into the new year is not it. Hope in reverse. So it feels like some of you are questioning structures and traditions that really no longer serve you. If it feels like, especially in more like religious slash spiritual aspect, you're really questioning, like, the way things are going in your spiritual life. And do these old spiritual practices really work for you? Are they benefiting you? Are they bringing you into harmony with yourself and therefore harmony with the rest of the world? Or are they taking you away from yourself? Are you lying to yourself? So really questioning those. And some of these feel like older things, like things you might have learned in childhood. So like, say you're a Christian, for example, and you have to go through different belief systems around Christian, or you were raised Christian and you have to go through different belief systems around Christianity and heal from wounds you might have had. Really being able to heal from those belief systems and realize that it's okay to open up and it's okay to be you and make your own path. But like a lot of the outer structure is not going to work for you, and it's time to accept that. Flight. Okay, this is about not running away, because some of you just like to run away from your problems and from situations. So this feels like a little bit of spiritual bypassing, which is okay. We all do it. Or just bypassing in general. So be careful. Like, watch if you're drinking too much unnecessarily. Watch if you're overeating. Watch if you're doom scrolling. Like, just be aware of what you're doing to avoid the feelings that want to come up. Um, yeah, because that's really deep for you. And then also give yourself the time to realize that sometimes it's okay to take a break. On one hand, like, yeah, you don't want to run away from them forever, but sometimes it's just so heavy. It's like, hold up, let me wait. Let me just not think about this for a day or two. Okay. Let me do what I got to do for a day or two. And then in a day or two, I'll come back and I'll look at this. But giving yourself time and being aware, like, you can do mindful bypassing, pushing this back a little bit until you're ready, because maybe right now you're not quite ready and that's okay. But not avoiding it, just saying like, can I take care of this situation later? Does it have to come up now? Can we have a little pause, okay? And being okay with that, accepting that that's where you are now. You just need a pause. You need a nap, and that's okay. And we've got connection. So really, by doing this, by taking time to pause, by allowing yourself to feel overwhelmed and to feel like you don't want to necessarily process things, but then allowing yourself time to process them, by really being cognizant of your inner needs, is going to develop a deeper connection within yourself and a deeper joy within yourself that you are going to be able to take into the new year. Okay. So while some of this may be a little bit hard these next few weeks, know that you're taking in this deeper sense of connection, this deeper sense of love and self-awareness that you haven't experienced before, and really being okay with, like, I can see why these situations, especially situations in the 2025 year, I can see why these popped up. I can learn the lessons from these, and I can move forward with a deeper sense of self, a deeper sense of purpose, a deeper sense of love for myself and acceptance for myself. Okay, so that's really what it's about. Just forming and developing a deeper sense of connection with your inner being. Okay. All right, and our last, and I don't know if I'm going to pronounce this right. So this is Qliphoth, Qliphoth, the Shadowed Scion. So look at this card. Like, this is so amazing. This is from the Angelarium, Oracle of the Fallen. So you're really uprooting things, especially these last 2 weeks. And not only uprooting, but it's like you're clearing out the roots from the stem. So like, if the roots go into the core of the earth, we know how deep tree roots grow. You're clearing all those out and pulling all those out and really disconnecting from those wounds of the root chakra. Okay, some of it might be up into the sacral chakra, but you're really releasing those and being able to break free and feel like there's a clear open space for you in that area, so you can really have this deeper sense of being within yourself, so you can have this deeper sense of acceptance. But all, like, I'm going to emphasize, like, be very, very gentle with yourself. Okay, don't just rip it up. And that's why I said, like, even though I'm seeing obsidian, like, be careful with the obsidian too, because obsidian's a really strong crystal. um I mean, it's needed for some of the stuff, but be Like, be mindful. Don't just like wear an obsidian all day. Maybe like 10 to 15 minutes a day, an hour at most might help, but not all day, okay? Because that might just be a lot. All right. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Take care. Bye.